It's officially the start of summer, and you know what that means? It's a workbook season. I have purchased practically every workbook in Target and Barnes & Noble. There are some gems in these stores, but there's also some things that you don't want to waste your money on. It's not even worth it. So come along with me today and I will show you. Do you guys get your kids drinks from Starbucks when you come in here? Because I know I don't. Let's try it with coconut milk for one and lemonade for the other. The first thing is actually found right at the beginning of the store at checkout. It's these summer bridge learning activities. If you see these in Target, grab them, because as you can see, they go really fast. So they have grades K through 7th. These workbooks are $10 and they're made by Carson DeLosa, one of the publishers you guys know I absolutely love. So you choose the grade that your child is going into. So if your child is in the 4th grade in their own level and they're going to be going into the 5th grade, this is like the bridge between those two grades. So your child will be reviewing those 4th grade skills and then also picking up some 5th grade skills. It includes reading, writing, math, science, social studies, fitness. At the back, they also have some flashcards and stickers to encourage the children to complete the book. The beginning even has book recommendations, and I glanced at them. I see The One and Only Ivan. I see Island of Blue Dolphin. So these are really good book recommendations for 4th going into 5th graders. Another thing about these workbooks, they just do one activity, 1 page a day. So it's 15 minutes and then you're done. So it's not overwhelming them with activities and things to do, but it does give them optional bonus activities. I love that because you can actually finish this workbook instead of some other workbooks that just have so much information in them, so many activities that the kids never finish them. Here's the 6th through 7th grade. Here are what some of their activities look like. So as you can see, it just says like day 7, day 8, day 9. And this is just a general review of what they have done and what they should already know. Okay, right? So reminding them, oh yeah, we learned about what a compass rose is. Oh right, we learned about legend. So this is just a review. So they also have like some fitness activities here, which I really love. So it's not just all academic. It also hits that moving and motion. We have cross multiplication here, and anything your child doesn't know, you're going to have to help them go over it. It's the 1st to 2nd grade book. Here's the 1st to 2nd grade book. So, oh, look at the books they have here. Nate the Great. They have Kick, Pass, Run. Oh, The Bravest Dog Ever, The True Story of Balto. I love that they have a mix of fiction and nonfiction in here. And I normally don't recommend books that just have like random skills in them like this, but this is simply to review, and so I think it is okay. We're simply reviewing what we already know. This is not to be used as a teaching tool. You certainly may come across something in one of these workbooks that your child does not know, and so you need to teach it to them, but later on I'm going to tell you how you should not get books that are practicing many different standards a day. This is different, trust me. We're in the book section, and I've stopped at the young adult section for our middle and high schoolers. Here's a book set that I highly recommend for your bigger kids. The Hunger Games trilogy. Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I have not read. Is that a part of the Hunger Games series? It is. It says it's a Hunger Games novel. I haven't read this one. A couple of summers ago, I introduced these books to my teenage nieces. One of them who's not a big reader, but once I told her that it was a love story, she took off reading it. She read the whole trilogy. At the time that one wasn't written, but she read Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. So if you have a teenager who's really not that into reading, try sending them to the young adult section. They want to read about things that they're thinking about currently, and the Hunger Games series is really good because there's nothing extra. Okay, some of these books are very extra, but not that one. So I just wanted to stop by the older kids section to show you Target has a really good selection of some some of the classic or some of the really more popular books for kids and teens. Come on over. You've gotten to the kids learning section. It's not even this wide. They used to have more like learning and workbooks here. They used to have Kuman, but they don't really have that many, if any at all here anymore, but they do have some hidden gems. Number one, the Bob Book workbooks. If you can find these and your child is in the process of learning to read, these are very good. This is the pre-K, so it's just really learning those sounds and reviewing the letters. They don't have the other ones, but if you can get the K, the kindergarten first grade, the second grade ones, those are really good. Hopefully you find those in your local Target. If not, you can pick them up on Amazon. I do not know if they're in Barnes & Noble, but I'll find out when I go over there. So those are a really great learning resource. By the way, guys, did you know that I am doing a summer reading course for you this summer? My goal is to have every one of my viewers whose child is going into kindergarten know how to read before they get there in the fall. So I am dropping the link in the description box today. Go to akibamaze.com/courses, sign up, join me. Let's get your soon-to-be kindergartner reading before kindergarten begins. Okay, they do have the Brain Quest books. Do you remember Brain Quest from your childhood? I know I do. These were the things our mother would have us take with us when we went on road trips. Brain Quest actually has a summer workbook, which you can find in Barnes & Noble. So these are their just like general fun workbooks. In terms of a learning tool, I love Brain Quest, but in terms of like a learning tool where children are getting like really good review in, you know what the problem is literally like every day is something different and random. Hey, I'm back at my desk and I just wanted to tell you exactly what I don't like about these type of books. Practicing final E by doing an unscramble or by just adding E to a word that's already there and drawing a line. It's just too shallow of a review, and just doing that one time the entire summer, it's just not enough. So how is that a decent review? It's not. If your child already knows everything in here and they just kind of want to play around and they love the bright colors, you know, then by all means, fine, go ahead. Like they do have a lot of fun stuff in here. I remember this being very fun when I was a child. In terms of being like very educational, sorry, Brain Quest. I still really love Brain Quest though. And I would recommend, instead of getting this workbook, just get the Brain Quest cards. That is where I remember learning a lot of information about those, with those little Brain Quest flip cards that I believe are still in Barnes & Noble. Oh my gosh, I see a hidden gem. Look, I just discovered these this year. These learn by sticker things. My kids loved these. So I was trying to get them to practice their addition and subtraction without having to use Kuman, and look at this. It's so fun. So in the back, they have like the answers. And then up here, you take the stickers from the back and put them up here. That's it. Literally, that's it. Isn't this fun? That's all it was, but my kids loved it. You know, Kuman is like very repetitive. So I said, okay, let me just sprinkle it up a little bit. And I saw this, actually, I found it first in Barnes & Noble, and they loved it. They completed the whole workbook in a day. Okay, so if you want your child to get in some practice, if you are sick and tired of having wasted workbooks in your house, get these Learn by sticker books. I didn't even see the beginning phonics books. That looks pretty fun. Now again, this is not a way for your child to learn, but it's a way for your child to review. These are super fun. Look at this. This is what, a little bear or something? And so they have to find, this is and, so they'd have to turn to that page and get the ah sound. I don't know, somewhere back there. Really super cute and fun way to review. The rest of these workbooks, I like highlights. Let's take a look. The rest of these workbooks are they're just like little fun things for your kids to do. That's what I'll say. I'm not going to say that they're not good, but they're just fun. they're fun. But if you want your child to really get good review, good practice, be prepared for the next school year, we're gonna have to do a little bit more than just fun. They do have these multiplication and sight word flashcards, which are good. So, I mean, if you need to spend some money on some flashcards, there you go. I would not recommend getting those unless you have a, yeah, I guess, like if you have a toddler, this would be good. They're not reading the words, so I don't understand why these should be here, but these are good for vocabulary. I wouldn't get these. They just have numbers on them, and we don't want to introduce pre-K kids to numbers like this, so I would not go with that. One thing that Target does have is really good popular books that children love. So if you do stop by, definitely pick up some of these books that I'm about to show you. However, don't get these here. Come here. These are really good books, these step into reading books, but why do they cost so much here? $5.99? These cost like $3.99, a whole dollar less at Barnes & Noble, and maybe even less if you get them on Amazon. So Target, $6. Look how thin this book is. Don't get them from here, but they are very good. So if you're in a bind and you can only go to Target, get these books. I love these step into reading books. I especially love them because take a look. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got Cars. I think that's Cars. Bat Wheels. We've got Paw Patrol. We've got Trolls, Jurassic World, Mario Kart. Step into Reading does a very good job at marketing books to children. So kids love to read these books. And I love that a lot of them have stickers. See, they have the I Can Read books up here, Pete the Cat, Gabby's Dollhouse, Pinkalicious. These are all faces that children recognize. The only thing I don't like about Target is the price here. All of these books are good, but I'm just going to show you the ones that like your children should definitely read if they have not read yet. These are graphic novels that kids love. So if you want to go with books that kids love, if your child does not have a great love of reading yet, go ahead and get them these popular graphic novel type things here. I'm not going to talk about those today, but there you go. They're here, including things like Babysitter, Little Sisters. If you're, oh my gosh, if you have not gotten these for your girls yet, I'm just saying girls because we know the Babysitters Club is popular for girls. Boys also love reading these books. This is the graphic novel version. It's super cute. My kids love them. I'm so happy that I'm able to give these books to my kids because I wanted this when I was a child. But they also have the non-graphic novel version. It's like a second, third grade level book. You guys know my youngest is a superb reader, but I still had to do some work to get her to read longer and longer chapter books. I knew she would love the Babysitter Little Sisters Club, so I started by giving her the graphic novel. Now at the time, there were only, I think, 3 or 4 graphic novels out. So she read the graphic novel version of 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then she was like, oh no, when does the next graphic novel come out? Comes out in several months, but guess what? The whole series is already written, and so I was able to then go ahead and give her the other books. She loved the series so much that she was okay with now reading the early chapter book version. Coming down here, kids also really love the I Survived series. So they have this, and they also have the graphic novel version over here. Very nice. So again, if you have a child who is like not so thrilled about reading, why don't you try to start them off with the graphic novel version so they'll understand what the books are about, and then you can go on to the chapter books. They have the starter set of Harry Potter here. Also really good for your high schoolers. We have Wonder, we have Wish. Basically, this section is going to contain some of those higher level thinking novels, such as A Wolf Called Wander. These are written by the same author. These are good. The One and Only Ruby. They should have The One and Only Ivan right here. Charlotte's Web. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. So they do have a few of these classic books. They also do have really good picture books here. I wouldn't recommend buying picture books from Target because they're all hardcover, and so they're expensive. They're like $18. So I'm not even gonna talk about the picture books. Okay, maybe I'll give you 1 or 2 in case you can afford to shop at Target for books. These, kids love these. Okay, the sour grape, the smart cookie, the big cheese. These are really, really great books. If you can find them in soft color though, that would be good. The Day the Crayons Quit, awesome. Oh, here's the one. Creepy Crayon. Kids love these. Okay, Dragons Love Tacos. Ooh, Dragons Love Tacos, so good. The thing is with these type of books is you're better off getting them at the library because I mean you got to get a lot of these books. You're better off getting them from the library or from somewhere where they have the soft cover version. But these are the good ones. Also, The Night Before Kindergarten is soft cover here though. Try that one. They do have books like If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, which is really good for kids learning how to read, and Where the Wild Things Are. Again, these are both hardcover books. You do want these in your home library, but do you have to have the hardcover? I don't think so. The Giving Tree, you definitely want this on your child's summer reading list. Just know that my kids had all of these when they were a little bit younger. And then of course they have board books for your little babies. Okay, since they really don't have like a huge workbook section, I'm just gonna point out two of my favorite educational games for you guys to pick up while you're at Target. I know this is pricey at $69, but this is a great summer project that you can do as a family with your child over the summer because you put the rocks in this rock tumbler and it takes a long time for them to get tumbled, and so this is like a long-term project that you guys can do. Also, I got this for Amache for Christmas and they spent a couple months playing with this. So if you want something that will last a couple of months, this is it. Have you thought about getting Scrabble if you have a child who needs to practice spelling? I don't know. I haven't done it before, but I've thought about it. Have you thought about getting Scrabble? Maybe. The girls both put guts in here. 12, it's a graphic novel. It is good, the author's good. $12.99 though. $12.99. I feel like we could get it used. They're new books. I just feel like we can get it used. Sorry, girls. So those are my top educational products at Target. So the next video, we will go to Barnes & Noble and check out their greater selection of summer learning products.